Well, hello there and good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I am Frost PDP, and today we are playing Master of Orion 2, the Battle of Antares. And this is like the third part of our Battle of Antares. We sent 48 ships in against 3 and a starbase, and we are finally starting to win. We might win. You'll have to forgive the lack of game music. The music loop wore off. The game does not know any better. I don't have a solution. And frankly, it's better than the crackly, scrapply music that was. So we have some Marines still on board our ships. So we can shoot this starbase, which we have down to 54 Marines and 2,100 hit points, let's call it. We're sending our people over to attempt to capture. We're really just attempting to cut down on the number of ships that could be a target of interest. Oh, how do I want to handle this? Get away, and I guess you'll have to come back around. Whoops. Mistakes are being made. We're at like critical pseudo Iron Man. You know, the point of no return timetables here. For example, I would have liked to be able to get another ship in a little closer. He's going to blow some of them up. Don't worry about that. 0 killed. Bad dice roll, I see. If I can get a Titan there, I would like to, but I don't think I can, so I'm just going to get another battleship up close. Up close and personal. We're whittling down Marines, we're whittling down hit points. Are there any other starships I can get close to him right this turn? No. This one. So it's time to go auto battle again. Hey, at least you have the thundering silence of space to accompany all of the laser shots, right? The sad truth is that I'm recording so many episodes of this, and I only release one a day, that these episodes are going to last for quite a while. Maybe I'll have a new series planned out by that time. Maybe it'll be gratuitous space battles. Maybe it won't. Maybe we won't win this battle and we'll still be playing Moo. All possibilities. But it looks like we're going to win this one. I mean, he fired for one turn and... Ooh, wait. Stop! It looks like we're going to win this. He's already lost his security stations and his structural analyzer. He's down to 34 Marines. He's only got 460 hit points. We can destroy him. You're actually going through. You're attempting to raid. Cool. Shoot. There are no Marines left on my ship. Well, get the heck out of the way and let Marines come up. Perfect. You haven't been on yet. 7 killed. Here we go. It's snowball time. Attempt to capture. 4 killed. Bring up another Titan. Ooh, he's got graviton beams. Straight damage to the structure. 6 killed. Shoot it. Can we board? Are we close enough? We are. 6 more killed. But it's not going to matter. We're not going to destroy him that way. Oh, do I want to manual control this as we finish him off? Oh, I think we do. Oh, he's down to the last of his hit points. Do we have any leaders left alive who would maybe like the last shot? I don't think so. And it doesn't matter. We've won! The battle is over. The day is ours. Antares has fallen, even though we know... Oh, now we have noise again. We know Antares is just a border world. But we can still watch some old school 1990s cool special effects that are almost high def.
The power of the ancients is now yours to command.
Not really.
You have crushed all opposition beneath your heel.
For today.
You rule the greatest empire in living history.
Maybe.
With soldiers' bravery at your command.
Notice how they're all human?
Your army is undefeatable. Your fleets patrol the skies of every planet and galaxy. This galaxy. But other challenges await the master of Orion.
Yes, they do. I like how the front of that ship was all open. It was almost as if they were using a legitimate Alcubierre drive. They just didn't realize such a thing existed. It's cool to notice, as we look over our score and defeat the Antaran homeworld, captured Orion, technology, captured colonists, which this number feels light. Eliminated players, population, that feels a little more reasonable. Time. It's interesting to notice that this is sort of like Kali or Shiva of Eastern myth. They get the multiple arms going on and the hair and all that. Kind of cool. And the Gibson-esque neural connections, which I love in sci-fi. Lots of circuit-looking things. 2,278 points. Frost is truly one of the best to ever play Master Orion 2 Battle of Antares. You will notice I've used Pimp as the name before, and the Pilgrims. I don't know why. I was just bored. But, even at average difficulty with destroying everything, this Frost anyway, is still not number 1. So we saved the game, and we saved the universe. We won! And what does that mean? Maybe I'll do a more in-depth thoughts episode another time, but in closing, this is the end of my first ever series of any recorded game. You know, my Tribes games are just Tribes games, and Crusader Kings 2 is always sort of an ongoing if I feel like playing it. I'd like to do a multiplayer with my friend, who I got addicted, and I think I got her husband into it too. I think that would be really fascinating. Master of Orion 3, probably not. There are other games I'd rather play before that. Gratuitous space battles, maybe. What do I think of Master of Orion 2 itself? I think if a developer had a smartphone market in mind, it would create an, if not a licensed Master of Orion 4 or Master of Orion 2 remake, it would certainly draw some inspiration from Master of Orion 2. Maybe make it real-time strategy, maybe make it, you could do a mobile game, sort of like a tower defense-esque thing, but I feel like that would be shallow. You could do something like Tribal Wars, if you're familiar with that game, where it's browser-based and you have villages, or in this case star systems, and then you have troops. I feel like that would be, well, it would work in a sense. For those of you who you've never heard of Tribal Wars, how do I explain? To use Master of Orion as an analog, you would have stars in the center of a giant, ever-expanding circle, and that would be the galaxy, and each star would be its own planet system, and each planet would have a player, and as the game went on, you'd eventually conquer other star systems and what have you. You know, if you think about it, it could be done. It could be done. It would probably have all the same knocks against it as a game like Tribal Wars or Grapopolis. It's the same company. And there are other games like it. wasn't wholly impractical, I'd love to do a video about a game like Earth 2025 or Utopia, which are old games. Utopia's still around. They are 90s internet games, almost BBS games, and they're all from the same time period as this, so it would be a worthwhile idea, believe it or not. I don't know. It was a great game for its time, Master of Orion 2. I would say it was one of my favorite games of its time, maybe even more so than Civilization 2. I know I sunk a million hours into Civ 1, and Civ 2 was great, but if I had to pick a personal favorite, and maybe this is where I'll go to next, and depending on compatibility, look outside the main Civ franchise. I know everyone's psyched up about After Earth, and probably not so psyched up about it now that it's out. And not even looking at Alpha Centauri, let's look outside of the Sid Meier's Firaxis universe. Let's look at a game called Civilization Call to Power. It was made by Activision, if I recall correctly. And it was a licensed product. There are actually two Call to Powers. The second one wasn't as good, although it had some interesting mechanics that would have gone well in the first. But what I loved about Civilization Call to Power was that you not only had, up until the modern day or even near future like Civilization had, Civ 1, Civ 2, 3, 4, 5, they all were like modern day. How do I put it? They got up to the modern day, maybe the near future, the SDI, nuclear missiles, and shooting missiles out of the sky, and that was about it. That was about as far as you got. Call to Power goes beyond that. It goes to what they called, I think, the Fusion Age and the Diamond Age, which are like super out there. You could get colonies underwater. You could get colonies in space. And you had space troopers and submarines and war walkers and all these awesome things that, although they're end game and you rarely get to use them because they are end game, and usually somebody's either conquered the world or at the very least diplomatic or science victoried out. I remember playing a game where I had 3/4 of the world under control, and somebody science victoried on me, and I was so pissed. And I'm not sure why Call to Power wasn't better favored. Probably because it's just not pure enough for purists, but maybe I'll look into that angle. Maybe I can get that set up. And that might be a good way to look too. That might be an interesting world builder. But I will look at that at a future time. I have like a week's worth of episodes of Master of Orion to just sit on and not worry about. And maybe my time will be taken up by Crusader Kings 2 multiplayer. Or maybe Europa Universalis 4 will have its next patch come out early and I'll give that a try. But who knows? Until then, thank you for joining me. Thank you. And if you enjoyed the series, I'll say it again. Please like these episodes. Please subscribe to the channel. It would mean a great deal to me. I know this isn't a full-time business, at least not today, but it would be tremendous of you to support me in that manner. And if you want me to play through this again, leave a comment. Say, hey, I want you to play through this again. Do something different. Don't use creative and or telepathic to really crush the game. Hey, I would be up for it. Although I'd probably lose very terribly. You know, if you want to play a harder difficulty instead, I will do that. So until the next game, until next time, as always, La Paz.